Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome to IELTS.com, IELTS Task 1 Writing Lessons. This is lesson 4 in a series of sample essay reviews. If you know from previous videos, trying to get comfortable in my chair again. From previous videos, we've looked at a line graph, a bar chart, and a table. Today, we're going to look at a process or cycle. So, here is our process. The pictures show the recycling process of wasted glass bottles. So we take time to look at it. We orientate ourselves. Stage 1, arrow. Stage 2, arrow. Stage 3. Quite a straightforward process. So it begins with the bottles collected and it ends with the same bottles back in the store with products inside them, drinks or juice or whatever. So let's look at this. How do we do this? So first thing we do is we paraphrase. So the diagram illustrates how wasted bottles are wasted bottles made from glass are recycled. So we've basically changed it, the recycling process, we've changed it to a passive, are recycled. So from a noun, recycling, to a past participle as part of a passive. So that's enough there. Overall, now, for this, what you have to do, if it's a sequential process, the best thing to do is to say how many stages or how many parts there are to the process and the beginning and the end process. That's really all you need to do. So if you look at our overview, you can see overall there are 3 main stages in the whole glass bottle recycling process. Beginning with the collection of wasted bottles, and finishing or ending, whichever word you want, with the delivery of the products for sale there. That is this for me is one of the easiest overviews to do when it's sequential. So there, the overview, 3 main stages, 1, 2, 3, beginning and ending stages. That's all you need. So this has sufficiently covered the process and it's accurate. So here we go through different stages. And there's a prominent use of passive tense, passive voice, which there should be. So in the first stage, this linker introduces the whole process. Washed glass bottles are deposited, passive, at collection points where they are loaded onto trucks to transport to a glass treatment plant. So there is the first process. Then this is the glass treatment plant. In the second stage, several steps are taken in order to transform wasted glass to recycled products. So it tells you here several steps are taken, and then it begins. Firstly, they are washed under high pressure water to remove any impurities. Following that, they are classified into 3 categories based on the color, namely clear, green, and brown there. They are then transferred to glass factories where they are crushed into debris. Glass factory crushed into debris. In the next step, those pieces are melted in a glass melting furnace at around 600 to 800 degrees Celsius. After that, recycled liquid glass together with new liquid glass is molded into new products. That should say is molded. Again, another mistake. It's not good. Because it's glass. Glass is uncountable, so we have to say the glass is molded. Because it doesn't say it doesn't say recycled liquid glass and new liquid glass. We could say are molded because it's two things, but it's just glass. Into new products there. So liquid glass, new glass, put into new molds or molded into new products. In the last stage, so it tells us it's the final stage. The glass is used to bottle different products and then sent back to the supermarket ready for sale, or sent to the supermarket. We don't know if it goes back to the same supermarket, but it's a general expression. Back to the supermarket, because they probably came from a supermarket. They're just going back to another supermarket. Okay, so one error that I missed there, my mistake. I'll slap myself on the wrist for that later. So, for process essays, you clearly need to define the stages of the process using the relevant linkers. The linkers are in scarlet or red, dark red. You also need to use the passive, which has been colored green. Something to note with passive: when we group actions together, we only use the verb to be once. If it's in a single sentence, not in different sentences. If you look in the text, you will see the glass is used, so we've got is here, to bottle different products and then sent back. The is there, but it's removed because we're using this is. It is this and this and this and this. So we use is once and then we remove it for subsequent ones, but only within that same stage or within that same sentence. If we begin a new sentence, we have to add it back again. So it says we can see that the is omitted from the is sent back because we are using the is from the glass is. So practice doing this when you write your sentences to help you increase your grammatical range. Okay, points to use to check against the essay. Vocabulary used is not too complex, but used accurately. It describes sequence. As well, it uses sequence language well and in variation. The object is to accurately describe the process which he or she does. Uses mixed, simple and complex sentence. Uses passive prominently, appropriate for this task. The data is grouped into three: wash, collection, steam clean, molding, bottling, sale. Each paragraph is used effectively. The overview is simple but describes the process accurately. Punctuation is used correctly. And then it describes order and sequences accurately with the appropriate language. They're the things that you've got to make sure that your essay follows all of these points. Okay, that's the end of the lesson. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the channel. Please comment. And more importantly, please click the notification button so you're informed when new material is published. Our website, domagettitarts.com. Visit us. There's plenty of material there. And also we have online self-study courses for grammar, for IELTS 10 hours and IELTS 20 hours. And you can book classes with yours truly by visiting our homepage and contacting me directly. This is the end of the lesson. So in the next lesson, we will be looking at another task 1 essay sample.